Did you really think Howie Roseman wasn't going to make a move? Just hours before the trade deadline, Eagles acquired Golden Tate from the Detroit Lions for a third-round pick. You might think to yourself, well, a third-round pick for a 30-year-old who's about to become a free agent at the end of the year might be a little steep. You know what? You're right. It's steep. But the Eagles do have 11 picks coming up in the draft, including a pair of seconds. I thought this was a move that had to be made. You were going to overpay for a wideout. It's the trade deadline. You didn't really have much leverage if you were the Eagles. So a third-round pick, I mean, you might say to yourself, well, Demaryius Thomas went for a fourth. Golden Tate, you know, even though you're only going to get half a season's worth of Golden Tate, I'd rather have him than Thomas. Deshaun Jackson was the popular name that many wanted, including myself. I think he would have complemented Alshon Jeffrey very well, considering he opens up the field and he's a speed guy. But just seemed like Tampa Bay wasn't interested in moving him. So Eagles acquired Golden Tate instead. And he's a guy that can play inside or outside. He's been primarily a slot guy in Detroit. He's caught at least 90 passes his last 4 seasons there. Definitely one of the most reliable slot receivers in the league. But he can play outside. And I'm curious to see what the Eagles do with him, because you got Nelson Aguilar in the slot. You got Golden Tate, who's best in the slot. So what do? Do you put Aguilar outside or you put Tate outside? Tate is a really, really smooth route runner, and he's really quick. So not only does he use that quickness after the catch, he uses it going in and out of his breaks, and he creates a lot of separation this way. So this is what he does. He's a solid route runner. He's going to get you yak after the catch. You can match him up inside. You can match him up outside. Hell, you can even line him up in the backfield if you want to, because he's done that too as well in Detroit. So he's a guy that's, one of the more well-rounded receivers in the league. He's going to find openings in zone coverage, a really good improviser. So when Carson Wentz is scrambling, he'll know how to get himself open, coming back to the ball, stuff like that. So this is a good pickup by the Eagles. I see some people that are complaining because he's 30 years old and he's a free agent. Why would you give up a third-round pick? Listen, the offense needed a boost desperately, and they just got it. I ain't complaining. I'm not going to do that. I think this was a good move, a necessary move, and something that had to be made, and the Eagles made it. So stay tuned later today. Bitter Dingbats trade deadline special. We're going to go live at around 3:30 for that. So stay tuned. Golden Tate is an Eagle.